Hey everyone, today I'm giving an update on one of my scripts on the ATR backtesting script by CCC. I just added, or I'm going to be publishing the update of ATR Bands. It's something I looked at about a year ago of having an ATR on both sides of the price so you can kind of see a channel similar to Bollinger Bands, but I could never get it working about a year ago. And then I just wanted to give a shout out to Salty Coffee, who actually reminded me of these. And I started a script, but I couldn't find it, so then I was like, well, wait a minute, this should be pretty easy. It's just basically plotting the ATR on the other side, and instead of, because ATRs always go closer to the price, they never go back, as you can see here, just make it go away from the price and never come back. So you'll see it here, kind of how it works. I've just been back testing it and playing with the replay a bit to see how it works and how I could use it and how it could be useful. It's actually quite cool, so it might be something that you might want to look at. It doesn't change any results of the back testing strategy or anything like that. All it does is it's giving you a visual of kind of where targets should be, as well as how the market structure looks. So I'll quickly go into an update like this, and then yeah, if you're using this, you might want to just update it. I think it might update the script automatically, or you might have to close it and re-add it to your favorites or your indicators. So yeah, so this is basically in the script here. You have the show by long, plot ATR, that type of thing. So I added a new function called plot ATR bands. So this, if you hide it, it'll take them away, and if you put it there, I think this is how the script loads up usually if you just re-add it, where you have the buy longs, and then you have the sell shorts, and then you see the line as well of kind of where your trailing stop should be. And of course you can take off that line, you can take it all off and play with it how you want, or you can just have the bands the other side of where your target might be. But I'll show you how to kind of use it. I quickly was looking at it and reviewing it, so this is hopefully going to be a quick video. I'm going to guess like 30 minutes, actually probably like 10. But let's get started. So first of all, I'm just going to clean up the chart here by taking off the show by longs, because we know when it flips or changes color, that's when the market structure changes, and you should be looking for opposites. So if it's blue, it should be looking for longs. If it's yellow, you should be looking for shorts. So it's kind of neat. It looks kind of like weird boxes, and you're like, what's all this stuff? But if you actually look at it and see where and see how the ATR responds to different things. So when an ATR normally is flat, it usually means that price is going to come there, right? And when it moves up, it means that you should be gaining momentum to move up, or a move up is going to be happening, right? Just like this. And then retouches, are normal. It's when it closes across, that's when the whole market structure flips, and you should be looking for the opposite. So if we zoom into here, we'll see the market structure flip to short. You should be looking for shorts. You'll see it come back up for a retest of some sort, and then head back down. So what I've noticed with the bands, the opposite sides, is the flat areas should actually be targets. And I'll go through a live replay of how it works and how it looks in like a real good bull run, which happened in 2017. But right before that, I wanted to show kind of how it works. So when it's flat like this, pure flat, in order to continue to be bullish, it needs to get there. So if you bought in here, you bought in the low, you should be looking for a sell, at least a first take profit around a flat line, and just like this, right? So let's say you bought this dip, it didn't close below. You're looking for your first sell target there. You raise your stops, raise your stops, raise your stops. Now you get out of the trade, take your take profit out. You sell basically. If you're long in there, you'd short. And then you'd be looking for shorts, the reverse, right? Or you'd be looking for this to flip to get back in. So let's say you're in a short now. And if you don't know what longs and shorts are, just wait until I get to the next section here where I'm going to go through a normal buy sell scenario. So you're looking for shorts, you gather up your shorts, place your stop here, your target will be here, and you can see right here this flat line. And I'll show you in the replay, but this flat line moves, which means your profit target should be moving forward. But if you want to take profit on the first solid line, you can see a few candles before it even got to there, like it was coming, right? So you move your stop losses here, your first take profit hits, your next ones would be down here. So your next take profits would be here. And you could sell, 25%, 25%, keep another 50% forever until it flips, however you want to do it, right? It's kind of based on your own strategy. But yeah, your stop losses are here. You take your stop losses, you put your take profit here. You can see it's kind of twitching as it goes down. Anywhere on these flat lines would be fine to take profit. Bring your stop loss with you, and look, you hit all these kind of flat areas. So now let's say you sold 50% of your stuff, right? The other 50% you're going to let it ride. You look for the next flat line, it should be here, and then it never gets here, and then it flips. So you sell the rest, and you made however much on that 50% of, this was ETH Bitcoin, so that's what you would have made, right? So I'm going to go into a normal buy-sell scenario to show you what happens kind of in a really good bull run, which happened in 2017. So this would be something to be looking for now if ETH gets into a bull run. So I'm just going to hit the play button, and I'll kind of walk you through it. And so you want to buy all the dips to the ATR line, and this is where your stop loss is as well, right? So we can see that right here, this would have been our first take profit. And look at right before that line came, it started moving away, right? And this ATR brought it up. So just go back to that so you can see it in action. Push play. So you can see this is where you should be selling. 16114, right? Or at least have a take profit there. Now the ATR moves, right? And it's not moving around the price, it's moving before the price gets there. So you can see it's about to take off, and your next target you should be looking up is higher, right? But let's say your first take profit is here. And this is every day. This is a daily chart. So you have some days to react, right? The next one, boom, there's your first take profit got hit. You can see the wick. It's pretty neat. And so you bring your stop loss up, and we'll let this go. So your next take profit would be here. And boom, you hit that one. No flat line, no flat line. Now look, let's just take a look at this action. So your second take profit could have been here. You had no horizontal lines, which means you hold the hell out of this. You hold it, and you can take profit whenever you want. Now you have a huge gap, right, in the ATR. So your stop loss is here, your profit targets are up here. So this is kind of where you might want to sell some, come down. If it comes down here, you want to buy more, looking for the next target. So, but this gives you kind of a visual of, should I sell now? Should I sell now? Well, we just had a huge run. You could sell it, but your next target is way up here, right? Let's just play it a bit more. You see the next target's here. ATR moved up to here, so I would place another take profit on this line. ATR has moved up from the bottom. This is your normal ATR, remember. This is the B bands one. This is the future target one. So, because let me just give you a visual of that. Plot ATR bands and take it off. You can see you're missing half the puzzle now. Now you can see the other half, right? So this is where the next take profit would be. This is kind of where the future target could be if you're continuing bullish. And we'll just keep watching. So normally in a nice bull run you're going to have some pullbacks as we do here. This is usually next buying opportunities because then your stop is really close. So look at this, like if we were to take a risk to reward here, there to there, like you're looking at a 7.25 risk to reward ratio. You're gonna potentially lose 18% to gain more than double. So that's kind of how you could use the risk to reward ratio with it. Remember, usually though, sometimes the wicks might come and do a retouch. So if you do have a stop, just make note that I guess you could stop out of the trade to make this a winning trade and re-enter if you want, with the targets being this and this. So I'll just continue watching here. Speed it up. Okay, so this bottom ATR came up. So none of this stopped out yet. This is a very flat line. Like this is pretty much, if we don't get above this, you're not bullish anymore, for sure, right? Very flat lines, as we saw over here, means that you need to get up there or else you're not going to be bullish anymore, right? Same with bearish. If it's very flat, it's coming there, right? So we'll keep watching this, see what happens. So here's one of the retouches I was talking about with a wick that might stop you out. This is kind of where, like, I'll get into my projects later this year, but you kind of want either a delayed stop loss, or you want to watch it, or that type of thing. If you have a hard stop, you would have got stopped out here, which is fine. especially if you got in down here or anywhere in here, you still got stopped out in profit. Not the best profit. You could have, done a bit better. Still watching this 702 line. See if we come up there, and then see how this goes, right? So right there. This is that take profit that we had at 702. This is that very horizontal line I was telling you about. Look at that. You can see it wicked both of these pretty much wicked it, and you made a huge profit, especially if you were aiming from down here to this very top. Like, look at that. It's like, okay, so you could take more profit, right? Take some profit. Nobody got broke taking profit. Next target would be up here, right? We'll see if this bottom ATR comes up, which it does. Here it hit this first tiny little line. I wouldn't even count this, but it came very close to this one, right? This bottom one's moving up. Your next target, way up here. This one's coming up. Oh, look at that. We took out this. You can see the resistance here even. This is kind of unique because you can kind of see if you follow it, there's almost like a support and resistance that it's calling. And if you put fib levels, I'm not much into fibs and stuff, but fibs just based off of math. Math is just math. This times this multiplied by this is basically your fib levels, right? And this ATR uses the same type of math as fib, so technically it's about the same, right? So if you're looking for retracements, they usually happen in the same, let's say 702 range, or if you're looking for extensions, 1.618, that type of thing. It's all the same math in the end. But anyway, so this shows kind of a support resistance line. If you look at my other videos with OBs and stuff, you can kind of see retouches happening on these type of things moving up. I kind of use a new OB method. The ATR script that I'm using now, I kind of use for more visualization, I guess, of market structure. But anyway, flat lines get hit. Flat line almost got hit. Next flat line up there. This is coming up. You raise your stops. Getting wicks. Those are retouches. They're normal. We shouldn't close below it. We close below it. Look at the whole thing flip, right? So this target, 0.209, and then 0.015. So this one almost touched. It looks like it kind of got front run. And this one didn't touch. And then all of a sudden you'll see the ATRs flip. The future one will come down below. The short, stop loss one will come to here. And then you're looking for shorts. This one turned flat here. This is your first target on a short. Your stop loss here. You want to buy the dips until here. So I don't know what's coming ahead. I have not cheated, but let's just see what happens. So yeah, look at that. You buy the dips into your short, and you're looking for your first target here, next target here, here. Like you can kind of visualize where your targets should be, right? Here it comes. Very close. Very close. Lower your stops on a short. Another last minute dip, and look at that. Boom, boom. You got that one. Came close to this. See where this heads. Still playing in the middle. This is very flat, which means it might not work, might not happen. But there's still lots of room of play in here, right? ATR stop loss is coming down here. You're still looking for this target, I'd say. This right now means I don't think it's ever going to get to here, but it could, right? There's lots of room. So this is where you want to do your risk to reward ratio. Let's do another one of a short position. So your future targets could be here, and here's first target, 1.89. Your ultimate goal would be, of course, down here. And let's just move this out of the way and keep pushing play. I'm kind of curious to see what happens. So it's getting close to stops. Came down a bit. Came down even more. Like, look at it. So now it's coming into, it hit that first one right here. You can follow my line to the left. Tiny one hasn't touched. So now you're basically, you stop in profit, right? Because if you entered here or here, your stop loss was here, and now you're in profit, and now the ATR line is here, so you can't technically lose this trade, and you'll keep your money. Keep it going. Getting close. This is a retouch. So you can see we're getting close to this bottom line. Still, bottom line hasn't moved forward, which means to me that it needs to break this to continue being bearish. Broke it. They flipped. can see this. So your stop came into profit. So either here or when it flipped and closed, right? So either you bought this and you got one last little bit if you want to take some or not. So, but yeah, that's basically what I wanted to show. ATR bands, pretty neat stuff. If you follow it, you can see kind of how it can close together, how there's much potential of a drop here, and how it kind of came over time. This is, of course, days, right? So this is like a few months. Probably don't want to be in a short for that long because of fees and stuff, but if you're just normal buying and selling and you have no fees for holding, like look at how clean this is. Yeah, it was a nice run with your ATR, but if you want to be safe and take profit from the B-band one, the ATR band one, you can do so as well. You can kind of see, and I gave kind of visualization, I guess, of targets using that ATR band. So that's all for this video. I wanted to quickly go through that. Turns out it's 15 minutes, 16 minutes. And yeah, update your scripts if you're using this. I'll publish this right after this video. Hopefully they come on at around the same time, the video and the script online. And yeah, have fun trading.